On these jobs, they are breeding grounds of just mental abuse a lot of times for black people. Why I say that? Because when they are in control of a job and they play all these games with you, they try to dangle your income over your head to, go along with certain things, right? Well, I want you to hear what this young sister had to say, what happened to her with her job. But I want to get into that because this is, more reasons why I always advocate for us as black people to create our own jobs. That way we don't have to worry about this sort of stuff. So let's go check this out.
Just lost my job yesterday, all because I didn't want to center and validate white people's emotions and be a free therapist and actually centering and prioritizing my workload. Oh.
Short video, but really to the point. And, when you get on these jobs as a black person, they want to come dump their problems on you. Like one thing that I would tell people to never do is allow somebody to just come dump their negativity on you. As she says, be a free therapist. No, you're not going to dump your problems on me. You go pay somebody to do that. And I'm not in that field. So go holler at them. Or if you're a black person who's quiet, you just mind your business. You don't say a whole lot, but you do your job though. But you're just quiet. Oh, something must be wrong with him because why isn't he talking to us? That's some weirdo crap. Some people just quiet. They don't like to say much. The only thing that matters is if they doing their job, they showing up, they relieving people they supposed to relieve on time. Like that's the only thing that really matter. You ain't got to talk to nobody. But for them, you can't be quiet. If you're talking too much, it's a problem. If you're quiet, it's a problem. That's some craziness. You got all this vacation built up, right? You want to take vacation, but you got to ask them, can you take vacation? And they have to approve of your vacation. Approve. Now, on time, I would say approve is this. If someone else has that day or that week, well, then that's different. Say, well, I can't have too many of y'all out, so can you choose the following week or choose whatever? And say, because if they didn't have it, of course, it's yours. But, hey, first come, first serve. That's the only time I get not approving a quote unquote vacation. But to still try to say, well, I have to approve that, not because somebody got it, but just because if you feel like it or not. No. I told y'all this story many times before, that when I used to work my petrochemical job and we was gonna go to Kenya, I remember that. And I always, anytime I had a vacation coming up, I would tell them at least about 3-4 months in advance. I'll say, look, I'm going this day and this time. I'll be back here. I got the time. Well, I gotta see if I approve that or not. And it was just something about that just ran through me. Cause I'm like, wait a minute, why am I going to ask another grown man for one? And I'm going to ask a white man if I can go somewhere. No. And that's when I looked up and I'm like, well, I'm just telling you that's where I'm going. And I have the time, so it's not like it can't be approved. So I'm just letting you know, because I was going to go anyway. It didn't matter. I'm like, they can fire me. It was cool because around that time, I was working that job because I wanted to, not because I had to. Because my funding, a lot of my funding was coming through my platform. I worked that job a lot of years after I could have left. So long ago at the time. I could have left that job in 2016. I could have left. But anyway, so when I eventually, finally left in 2022, the end of 2022, I left. I've been so much at peace. Yes, I have more issues and problems working for myself at times and deal with different issues. But you know what? I'd rather deal with the issues that I have working for myself than dealing with them folks. Oh my God. Y'all don't realize how peaceful it is not working for them folks. I'm telling y'all, those of you who are watching, you know what I'm talking about. You're working for them folks and then you opened up your own business, or you figured out some sort of side hustle, or you can work from home. You ain't got to deal with that mess and any of that, right? You making your paper. Don't you feel more at peace? Yes, you may have some stress and issues that come up, but it's not the stress and issues that you had working for them. See, this is what I learned. Like, it's just in the culture. It's just a culture. And it's something about us more so than anything else that they, oh, what the black people are doing, what this going on, the snitching they like to do, it's just crazy. It's crazy. And when you get away from that, like I say, it's just like they say, peace in the valley. So this is what I was telling this young sister. Sister, they did you a favor. Trust me, they did you the best favor ever. And what I pray to happen to you is that you find a remote job or you start you a business that you don't have to deal with nobody. You just work on your own. And when you work for yourself anyway, you're more motivated too, because at least the harder you work or the smarter you work, at least it's going to go somewhere in a good way. Working hard for them, they don't mean nothing. They still fire you tomorrow. They don't have no respect for that. They don't have no respect for your time. They don't have no respect. Now, of course, they'll do that to anybody with the firing thing. I mean, I'm not saying just toward us black people, but still, we are first fired and last hired. Most people know that. And if you don't know that, now you know. But I pray that young sister gets something where she can be at peace and not be worrying about them folks, talking. No, But that's what we deal with on these jobs, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to play the ego with some of these so-called supervisors, and it's just, nobody got time for that, bro. And life is too short to be dealing with all them problems. Like, look, you want got problems at your house, don't bring it to me, because I don't want it. I'll tell you real quick, like, hey, look, I'm trying to keep positive. I don't want that around me. And of course they're gonna get offended, but hey, it doesn't matter. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear. I'm sorry. I want to stay positive. But yeah, in the comments, let me know your stories. Hey, like when you transition, I work for them folks working for yourself. How did it make you feel? And if you're still working for yourself, how peaceful are you?